a punt. These South Carolina Gamecocks lose their first game of the season on a punt, a muffed punt. I think it was Cam Smith touches the ball when Jamie Robinson was yelling everyone to clear out of the way. We made a crucial third down stop. We're about to get the ball back. We're about to have 1:30 left to go and try to win this game against Tennessee. And we don't even get that. I didn't even put intro music in this video. We were just getting straight into talking about this 31-27 loss to the Tennessee Volunteers for my, and probably yours if you're watching this, beloved South Carolina Gamecocks. It is so hard sometimes to be a fan of this team, man. Like, it really sucks. We haven't won a game since Vanderbilt back in November. I think that was like November 3rd or November 2nd. We beat them in a home night game. We play the first game of the season at home. We have not a full crowd because of COVID, but we have fans. College football is back. It's the first day of SEC, and things were looking so bright after that first drive. I was like, Mike Bobo has brought a new offense to South Carolina. These Gamecocks offense is completely reshaped, and our defense is looking great. We have a great defense, and we're going to go beat these Tennessee Volunteers, and all my hopes and dreams for this game were just crushed. First half was really rough. After that first drive, excluding that, our offense wasn't able to do anything. We threw a pick six, and it was just punt after punt. And I think Colin Hill fumbled, but we recovered it. It was just not good. But on the bright side, second half, our offense actually did start working. When the Gamecocks throw the ball forward, I'm sick. Why we were so bad last year was because of the screenplay. I hate the screenplay. I hate wide receiver screenplays for the South Carolina Gamecocks because we don't know how to run them properly, and they do nothing for us, and that's all we did in the first half after that first drive. And guess what we did? We did nothing. Guess what we did last year when we did screenplays? Nothing. Guess what we did when we start throwing the ball forward, down the field, the way that we're trying to go, instead of throwing it backwards and letting guys try to make juke plays, which we can't, and try to get down the field that way. It doesn't work. Keep throwing the ball. You saw what happened when we start targeting the ball down the field, when we actually throw straight. Why was LSU so successful last year? Their ability to attack the middle of the field. And why were we successful in that second half on the offense? Because we were able to attack the middle of the field on some slant plays to Shi Smith. He had a breakout game. That's one thing that I liked from this game was Shi Smith needs to be that number one guy. He needs to be the guy that has a breakout game every game for the Gamecocks in a very weak wide receiver position. And he did that today. I think he definitely had over 10 receptions for over 100 yards. He was somewhere in there. I think he was at like 140 yards last time I checked. And he scored a touchdown. We had some misplays on offense. We had one, I think it was like a second down to Nick Muse that he just dropped the ball when we were on our own, in Tennessee's 30 or 20, something like that. That really sucked him. We had to settle for a field goal there. We would have tied the game if he would have caught that ball. He definitely had room to run after that. I'm trying to think what else cost us this game. And another thing, where on earth was Izzy McCormick? Because he just disappeared after the first quarter. He was just gone. Cam Smith was in, Shiloh was in, John Dixon was in. Where the heck did Izzy McCormick go? He just disappeared. We did not see from him. We just let our defense let a couple just easy plays go by. That was really tough. And just that punt at the end, that was just a dagger in the heart for me because I was like, oh my gosh, Colin Hill's going to have a chance in his first game ever as a Gamecock to go take us down in a game-winning drive for his first game ever and potentially win this game. And he doesn't even get the chance. What I like seeing from Colin Hill, first half awful except for that first drive. Second half good. But I think it was honestly the play calling that was, sure, he had a bad throw to Shi Smith on that pick six. He threw it behind him and that ball gets deflected and they take it back. Tennessee takes that back for a touchdown. He had a few other shaky throws. Other than that, first half was bad, but I think it was mainly because of play calling. That's why He was not as effective in the first half. Those stupid screenplays. I am so sick of screenplays for South Carolina. I will not let up talking about it until we finally realize that when we throw the ball straight down the middle of the field or to the outsides, that we can actually start moving the chains and everything, not with screenplays. Screenplays are what average teams do and lose half of games. Elite teams attack down the field, attack the middle of the field. That's what we need to start. We need to play a more complex offense if we actually want to do something here in South Carolina. No more of this screenplay garbage, because that's what we did for like the past 3 years. And what did it get us? We got like the past 3 years, I think the best we ever got was a Outback Bowl win versus Michigan. So 2017, 2018, 2019. That's the best we got. That was actually a decent year. We had a good team that year. Good defense. The defense and the offense just can't get on the same page at the same time. When the defense is good, the offense isn't, and vice versa. I'd really like for them to get on the same page for once. And when the offense plays well, the defense plays well. Just can't happen sometimes. Maybe I'm asking for too much here. Next game, we go down to Gainesville, Florida. This is going to be the best team we play all year, especially from what I'm seeing today. Georgia was losing to Arkansas at half. Texas A&M was in a close battle with Vanderbilt last time I checked. LSU loses to Mississippi State. That Mississippi State team looking very well, by the way. KJ Costello and Mike Leach and Colin Hill got something cooking up on that offense. Who else is there? LSU, I talked about. Auburn, we play them this year. They had a good game against Kentucky. They were able to come out with a win in that one. That Auburn receiving core is dangerous. Seth Williams, love him. He had a great game today. Alabama, we don't play them this year, but I'm pretty sure they beat Missouri. Gainesville, we actually have 3-day coming up in Gainesville, which is something that me and the Holinskis have been working on just through COVID and everything. I came up with this idea for a mental health day in college football, and I kind of pitched the idea to them, and we've expanded it into a mental health week in college football, and it's kicking off this Saturday, October 3rd, as known as 3-day for the inaugural one, because it falls on the October the 3rd. We have a bunch of schools in it. We got South Carolina's in it, Alabama, I hate to say it, but Clemson, but I appreciate that they're in it, even though I hate Clemson and everything. It's good to see that they're taking part in this and trying to make a difference for some of these kids in their programs in terms of mental health. Texas A&M in it, Missouri, Tennessee, I know they just beat us, but they're in it too. Arkansas, Mississippi State, North Dakota State even. There's a bunch more teams. You just got to look out for it. There was recently an article written by Sports Illustrated on it, so definitely I'll drop that below in the description. So if you want to read more about 3-day and get in the know before the game on October 3rd where we play Florida, you can read that down there. We're going to have, those teams are going to be wearing helmet stickers with the mental health awareness ribbon on it and the Holinski Hope 3 logo on there. So definitely look out for that. And there's going to be a bunch of 3 in the 3rd. If you're a Gamecocks fan, you're very familiar with that. They're going to be doing that at most of the stadiums that are hosting, that the hosting teams are participating in 3-day. Sadly, Florida isn't, but the Gamecocks should still be wearing those helmet stickers. I know Alabama and Texas A&M are both in, and they're playing next week. That's the big CBS game next week, so I'm thrilled about that we get that elite matchup, and both of them are going to be invested in 3-day. Next week versus Florida, I have a good feeling about it just because of this 3-day thing, and I just feel like I really want to see Holinski in that game because we're kind of like, I've got to know him kind of over this COVID break, and he's such a great guy and everything. It hurt me to watch him on the sideline, especially. I thought he was going to come in the second half for sure, but we left Colin Hill in, and hey, he did his job. The coaching decision probably was good because Hill came in and did his job. He learned, and I think that the play calling got a lot better from Bobo in his first game. In that second half, he learned a lot. First half Bobo bad, second half Bobo good. I want to see more of that second half Bobo, and just the defense has got to get their act together. But I actually feel like we're going to go out and beat Florida next week. I just got a good feeling. But that will be the best team we play all year. So Gamecocks lose 31-27. Thank you so much for watching this post-game show, guys. I'm going to be doing them. I'm going to try to do them every week for the Gamecocks, so definitely subscribe if you're a Gamecocks fan because you do not want to miss. This is some of the best Gamecocks content on YouTube, so you don't want to miss that. Like the video, drop your opinion down below in the comment section, and thank you for watching, and come back next time.